At 26, I have so many of the things I've prayed for. A fruitful marriage, a healthy, happy baby, and a growing relationship with the Lord. But I realized that I was still trapped in a matrix, a culture that told me that, well, it was slowly convincing me that maybe it wasn't possible to have everything that I prayed for. Financial freedom, time freedom, a life of generosity, impact, not having to spend time away from my son, trading time for money. A life of all expenses paid vacations with my family and friends, extravagantly giving to my church and funding ministries. I could keep going. Culture says you can't have time freedom and financial freedom, at least not without sacrificing your peace. I don't believe that. And I want no part of that. Today I am ditching that narrative. So I don't think the question is this life possible? The question is, how do you and I make this life a reality for ourselves? How do we stop just surviving to pay bills? How do we make life happen instead of just letting life happen? How do we step into the immeasurably abundant plan that God has for us? How? What do we do? I think I figured it out. This was not an overnight discovery, okay? I have read books, listened to podcasts, spent hours researching on YouTube, studying people's lives. And so I think I discovered a path to our dream life. So, in today's video, I'm going to break down how we're going to pursue our purpose and build our dream lives without losing our souls. Let's get into it. To best follow this path, we need to first redefine success. Have you ever wondered why people always have so many different answers to the question, what is success? It's almost as though people have zero idea how to define success without resorting to how much money you have, the quality of materials you own, how many followers do you have, what's in your bank account. But you and I, we are meant for so much more than that. We are wired to live a purpose-pursuing life by intentional design. Intentional living is not about luxury yachts. It's about choosing to proactively create instead of reactively surviving. And I really believe that living a purpose-pursuing life requires you to make God your CEO. Not your employer, not your ego, not the economy, and definitely not the algorithm. The world will tell us to work until we are 65 and tired. The word of the Lord tells us to number our days, to redeem the time. How do we do this? How do we transition from a life of toiling toward retirement to a purpose-pursuing life? We can't just pray for freedom and intentional living and sit on the couch. Realizing that you're trapped in the matrix is one thing, but actually walking out of it, that's going to require intention. We need to build towards purpose on purpose. What do I mean? We take the gifts, the story, the wisdom that God gave us, and we package it in a way to serve others for the glory of God. I heard a 7+ figure entrepreneur say that your impact is directly correlated to the amount of value you put out into the world. So if we want to experience more freedom, we have to provide more value. And we provide more value when we become more valuable. I've been learning about frameworks for success, and Be, Do, Have is my favorite one thus far. Shout out to Uncle Myron. If you know, you know. This is how it works. Be a little, do a little, have a little. Be a lot, do a lot, have a lot. And what makes it even better is that it's biblical. I can do a video unpacking this framework, so let me know in the comments if you would like that. But I genuinely believe that this is the vehicle for owning our value, not just trading our time. So what does that mean for this channel? This means no more random updates every other month. We are going deep. Moving forward, this channel is not just going to be snippets of my life. It's a classroom where we talk about becoming more, breaking mental chains, and doing away with the fear that keeps us from living in purpose on purpose. I'm learning as I go. And I want to take you with me. I don't want to just show you my highlight reels. I want to show you the blueprint, the mess, the mistakes, the fears, the failures, the pivotal moments that point to success. So I'm inviting you to walk this path of purpose alongside me. Let's build our dream lives together. With that being said, I'll see you in the next class.